Ashlyn Carter. Welcome back to my channel. It is like my greatest heart's desire to be creative and express myself through YouTube, and I have enjoyed teaching you guys how to make all kinds of different centerpieces, bouquets, and today I'm partnering with a company called Petal Driven. Petal Driven is an online wholesaler open to the public. You can get discount pricing, and we are super excited about offering this Petal Driven kit. It's a kit where you get to pay one fee. We take all the guesswork out of it for you. You get to make 5 centerpieces. This is the sample centerpiece that we made earlier today. So if you want to see how this is made, I will link the video above and below here if you want to check that out. But with the Petal Kit, you get everything it takes to make 5 of these centerpieces, a bridal bouquet, which we're gonna put together right now, and then 1 boutonnière. So you pay a flat fee, you get it delivered directly to your door, and I'm gonna show you how you and your friends or your mother or whomever can do this yourself for your own event. So let me show you how to make the bouquet. As far as the timeline goes, your personal flowers, your bouquets are always gonna be the very last thing you want to do. Arrangements and centerpieces will last a long time. They'll be soaking in water, but bouquets are a little bit more delicate and sensitive. So you want to make this the night or the morning of your wedding. So to begin making your bouquet, I have a large pitcher of water. You can use a large clear cylinder, just cheap piece of glass, whatever. This is what you want to, and it's filled up about halfway with water. This is what you're gonna want to put your bouquet in once we're done making it. Now, the key to making a bouquet is to get everything ready, because when you think about it, you're gonna have one hand filled with the bouquet as you're grabbing things, and the other hand will be holding the bouquet, and the other hand will be picking. So you want to prepare literally everything to make it as easy on you as possible. So what I have right now is I have prepared all of our greenery. We're using this same exact ingredients that we used for our centerpieces, so everything used here is going to create this kind of whimsical, very romantic bridal bouquet. This is how I'm going to start it as a big bundle. So playing with that, I do like that it's overflowing here. I'm gonna tie in some of my eucalyptus. Keep in mind as you grab with your right hand, if you're right-handed, you're gonna wanna hold loosely with your left and you're gonna wanna hold loosely with your left hand and then be grabbing with your right. So you're gonna wanna have your floral scissors on hand, all of your greenery and flowers ready to go, and you're also going to want to have your floral tape with you, which you can find really anywhere online, Michael's, wholesaler, whatever. And I'm going to add a couple sprigs of seeded eucalyptus. I don't want it as thick, so I'm pulling off a couple little pieces here. I just want a little bit of it, not deep. So I have my bouquet here. Gonna look a little random, but it's just greenery. That's okay. And I'm gonna first probably start with some lisianthus. So let's start here. I'm just gonna grab it, push it kind of down here through the center. So for this bouquet, I'm gonna work in 3s, and I'm going to gently lay it down. I realize this is attached, and I don't want it attached like so. So I'm gonna take this piece off. Put this lisianthus over here, and one more. This guy here in the front. Okay, so I've got my loose grip. The stems that are like obnoxiously long, go ahead and just cut now. Okay. Now I'm going to start working in some of these dahlias. So I want them all facing you, like I'm the bride holding it. also helpful when you're building a bouquet for the first time is to build it standing in front of a mirror. So when I look to the side here, I can see myself in the picture. If you had a mirror in front of you and you're holding it, you can kind of see it better, or you can of course turn it towards you and do it kind of this angle. So every flower that you use, you want to use it strategically. You want to make sure it's seen where you want it to be seen. You just kind of play with it. Okay, and I have my 3 and 3, so now I'm going to move on to my garden roses. So I'm going to pick the cream of the crop because I'm building the front right now, and I want the absolute best ones right where I want them, up front. So this hand is keeping everything loose. This hand is grabbing. My right hand is grabbing. My left hand is keeping everything loose. Like so. So you can see how it's slowly starting to come together. Don't worry if the greenery is shifting, you can always, we'll shift that back towards the end. And let's add another garden rose. Let's see up here. So I'm keeping things loose. I want this bouquet to be a loose bridal bouquet. It's kind of the trend right now, is to keep things kind of very organic, loose, not super tight and bunchy. And so with that style and with these romantic flowers, we're kind of going for that kind of whimsical look. So I feel like this looks great. I'm gonna kind of work my way around to the side now, and I have a couple dahlias left. So I'm gonna hold it up, look at it, and I'm gonna slowly start kind of adding things. I might add this guy back up here. I have one more dahlia, and I'm actually gonna put it in the back here, I believe, for now, so that when the bride's holding it, at least this is kind of covering the backs of the larger dahlias. I'm gonna grab a lisianthus, put this back here. It's kind of a filler. We're hiding the back of the dahlia. So just to give you a close-up, you can see this is what I'm feeling like is the front of the bouquet. Kind of right here. This guy's kind of fallen down, so I want him more visible. A lot of the greenery has traveled upwards, so I'm trying to slowly, gently bring it this way. The dahlia petals are really delicate, so try your best as you're building to not touch them, okay? Keep in mind too, you don't want everything to be equally across. So this guy and this guy are right next to each other, but in order to really have each stand out as its individual rows, you want to have one lower, one higher, so on and so forth. So this one I'm gonna place right here, a little bit lower than these two. Pulling off some random stems as you feel them. I'm gonna add a few things to the back here. To the sides. Got one more rose, so I'm thinking maybe I'll have it come up and out over here. This is it kind of from the back angle. Dahlias are kind of tricky because they're very large. Got my roses and lisianthus kind of hiding everything from the back here. I'm gonna slowly bring it around, and I'm gonna now look at it from the front angle. Have a loose grip right here, and I'm going to pull this up, and I'm actually going to break off this extra greenery piece and put this gently back down in there. This back up. This guy I kind of want more down. I want the greenery kind of coming more off to the side here, not so much in the front. So it's just a matter of, as you're building your bouquet, it's just a matter of playing with it. Sometimes when I build bouquets, I have to just put everything back down and start over, and that is okay too. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's coming together on the first go. So I'm just kind of stepping back, I'm looking at it, I'm continuing to play with it. A huge pet peeve of mine is when you see the base of the stems from the front. So I want to make sure from front, when the bride is holding her bouquet, that you only see the top of the flowers. I don't really like seeing a lot of the bases of things. So I'm kind of just looking for little details like that. So you can see this bouquet has kind of almost like a little bit of a heart shape, and that is great. That's exactly kind of what I wanted. I wanted it kind of coming out on either side and having the top be a little bit lower. So when you're in a place ready to wrap it, I love it, looks like a bridal bouquet. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the edge of the tape and I'm gonna bring it all the way up to the top of the base where my hand is, because where my hand is where I want to wrap the bouquet as tight as I can. So we want to keep it tight, and we want to wrap probably like, you can interchange your hands, try to keep it as flat as possible. Wrap it, I'd say, 5 times or so up here before you kind of start going down the stems. Just pull it tight. This is pretty strong. So I am gonna actually, it kind of sticks once it gets wet, it kind of sticks to itself. Keep in mind, this is the back of the bouquet. This is my front. So I am going to grab one more piece of tape here and continue to wrap. And I want this part to probably be, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches wrapped. You just want to make sure everything feels very secure in it. And then once you get to the back, I usually just add a little bit of water and then you just kind of press it in there and it will just secure it. So we will be wrapping this with ribbon, but I usually do that the day of the wedding. So this is the bouquet. Pretty happy with it. After I wrap it, I always kind of go through and adjust things, kind of like the leaves are a little crazy. You can still kind of subtly pull things down, move things up. It's tight, but it's not crazy tight. And then once I feel like it's in a good spot, I'm gonna give it a good trim. So I'm gonna trim it down to probably about here. I'm just gonna trim all the pieces so they're nice and even. Everything feels really secure. And this is where your water jar comes back in. So you can stick this in, and I would just put it in water. Make sure that the water is not touching the tape, but that all the stems are immersed in water. So you might need to go back and add a little bit more water to your bouquet. But this should sit, see how a nice tall vase is good, because you don't want any of the flowers to really be like stressed or resting on the bottom of the vase. So here is our final bouquet. I think it is so super gorgeous, romantic. It smells amazing. It's beautiful, it's whimsical. I mean, what more could one want for a bouquet? It is a hefty size. It's perfect for a bridal bouquet. So I hope you guys enjoyed making this with me today. If you guys have any questions, please find me on YouTube. Ask away. I'm happy to share, happy to help out. And thank you so much, Petal Driven, for sponsoring today's video, for providing all the incredible flowers and providing people like me and people like you the opportunity to buy wholesale flowers at a huge discount savings, and creative people that want to just get their hands messy and dirty and play with flowers at a great cost. I'm going to link below all the links. The coupon code for 10% off, you'll get free shipping, and this first flower kit will be yours to create such a beautiful, wonderful wedding day. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.